Okay, great. I got some awesome news for speedlight users. I got a couple pieces of awesome news. I talked to the head honcho at Nissin. The head honcho. And there will be, as you know already, and as I've already reported, a firmware update on the Nissin i60 and i40 for high-speed sync capability, second week of May. Additionally, I confirmed and double confirmed that at that time with the Air 1 Commander it was totally unknown, and I'm the first person to report it now, that of course we had TTL wireless with the Air 1 Commander, which runs off of a couple AAA batteries. We had wireless TTL, we had wireless manual control, but there will be, and I was thinking that there would not be, but there will be, because there also is going to be a firmware update at that time for the Air 1 Commander. And yes, you would have to send it back. There's no portal on this for you to do it. There will be wireless high-speed sync with the Nissin. Hooray! I repeat that. There will be, confirmed, wireless high-speed sync. I set the flash over here. I have my Fuji X whatever here. Wireless high-speed sync. Yes, with the Nissin i60 and the Air 1 Commander. Yay! Isn't that awesome? Also, since I'm the first consumer anyway, to review the new world's first high-speed sync professional light meter, the Sekonic 858, which also does flash duration times, as opposed to the Nissin i60, and I got the graph below if you to take a look at it. Okay, so click the link below. The graph for the power output, the flash duration output on the FUJIFILM EFX500 versus the Nissin. Now, why is this important? Some people that don't know a lot about lighting, it's like, well, so what if the flash duration at X power output is a lot faster? Well, the reason you want that is doing any sort of stop action stuff where you don't actually have blur of what you're strobing with your speed light. You're strobing it with your speed light. The shorter the duration at X power means that you're stopping that action as opposed to seeing that blur behind the action. And I can confirm to you, and this wonderful flash duration is a professional light meter, but it also does a flash duration, and it is really damn accurate too, by the way, that the Nissin i60A, this is rather astonishing, this is also the fastest. I've got tons of speed lights just falling out of my fanny. The fastest flash duration speed light that I have. At 1/256 power, the flash duration is basically 1/25,000th of a second. That is basically twice as fast as, actually it is twice as fast at 256 power, which is 1/12,000th of a second. Smaller, it's 1/12,000th seconds is a lot bigger than 1/25,000th of a second. Like at 1/64th power, not at 160, yeah. At 1/32nd power on the EFX500, it's basically 1/7,000th of a second. But with the Nissin i60 at 1/32nd power, and this is a 60 guide number, and this one isn't even as powerful, so we actually have a little bit more power output. Great news on the Nissin, and this was even news to the head of Nissin, Nissin USA, because until this came out, unless you had, the big honking gear to test this stuff, none of this stuff was out there. None of this information was out there. At 1/32nd power, it's 1/13,000th of a second. 1/13,500th of a second. Over twice as fast for, if you're like catching a bicyclist. The short end of this, to people like, I don't understand. Why is that so important? Well, let's say you have this little bastard, the Nissin, sitting on top of your Fuji, and a bicyclist or motorcyclist or whatever is coming around the corner, and at night, or even in the daytime, and you want to stop it. That means that the pulse output at the same power output as the Fujifilm, which is made by Metz, by the way, is a lot faster. So when you actually take the shot of that person, you're going to freeze it, whereas with the Fujifilm, there's going to be blur. It's going to be stroboscopic blur. You're actually going to have that lag, you're going to have that drag, which if you want that effect, which actually implies motion in a photograph, if you want it, that's fine. Do a rear curtain sync, for example, where you're actually dropping the speed light at the very end before the second curtain starts to close, rear curtain sync, to show that person or that subject actually lagging with a light trail to imply motion. If that's what you want, that's fine. A lot of cases people don't want that. But you don't have that capability. See, you can use rear curtain sync with either one of these regardless. But if you're just doing regular flash work and you don't want that drag, you don't have that capability at the same power output with the FUJIFILM on fast-moving object as you do with the Nissin. The Nissin, in most cases, up till you get about 1/4 power output, which you basically are never shooting at, okay, is twice as fast or more than twice as fast. So I'm the first person in the world to report on this. Is even news to Nissin USA. They didn't know this. They didn't know the actual flash duration time in 10,000th of a second. This little sucker, this little bastard is really accurate, by the way. I'm testing the same power output over and over again with different speed lights. Like I said, this graph is below in the link. You can take a look for yourself. I test the same power output several times, and the amount of variance is oftentimes it was 0. Sometimes it was just very, very negligible. So these readings are very accurate off of the Nissin and the Fujifilm EFX 500, which is good news. There's also another reason to actually buy this, and I talked about it. You could actually do flash compensation without actually taking your eye off of the viewfinder on the Nissin i60. So, two important things, that plus the fact that with the Air 1 Commander in the middle of May, when the firmware update occurs for the Nissin i60A and the Air 1 Commander, there will be wireless high-speed sync capability, and that is the shiznits. Okay? High-speed sync. See, the problem is when you stick this thing on the hot shoe of your camera, that's the crappiest lighting in the world. And if you want to do, sticking this on top of my Fuji, click. The fact I can stick this on a light stand over here, have it way out here in my hand, for example. Not way out here, it's in my hand, camera here. Great. I mean, TTL and manual power control was enough, but the fact that I could do wireless, that means that the awesome i60A has become even that much more awesome. That combined with this, and I'm the first person to report on this, thanks to this piece of awesome, which just released a few days ago, which I have now fully studied in its multiple 100-page owner's manual over and over and over again. It's killing me, the fact of all the information I had to study on that new light meter. Even though I have the old light meter, which is right here, the 758. Awesome news about Nissin. That is awesome. Thank you for watching. If you like these videos and tidbits of information, you can drop a bucket. This means that if you're a Fuji shooter, you should wait another, well, what is it now, like 5 weeks? Wait another 5 weeks and then buy yourself the i60A and the Air 1 Commander. 4 AA batteries, 2 AAA batteries. Very, very lightweight too, by the way. I think it's $89 for this and $339 for the i60A. The price for both of these is basically the same price as this sucker, the EFX 500. And this is more powerful, even though it's like a lot smaller than the EFX 500. It's more powerful! Did I mention that before in another prior video? Oh, yes I did. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you later. Bye.